Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've got a really old computer. It crashes from time to time, especially during streams. Alright, so where was I? I believe I was describing messages, right? We were in messages. Yeah, Rob, I might be able to help you with that after the stream, maybe. I'll check it. I can probably walk you through some fixes. If not, you can go into their Discord, and those guys are awesome in there. They can help you out. So anyway, I was showing messaging and why you would use messages and things like that. So I think I kind of finished talking about what I was talking about. So let me get my little notes up here real quick so we can stay on track. Alright, so that is the wallet or the messaging function. You can create new wallets, open a wallet, create a new one. You can back it up here, encrypt it, all that stuff, all your wallet features in there. So what we want to do though, we're going to pretend like we are going to mine to this address. So if you just click on it, just left click on it one time, it'll actually copy it to the clipboard for your ease of use. If you click on the QR code over there, is that right? QR code? It'll bring that up as well. So we're going to go to the spreadsheet that I always use for these types of shows. And you can see I did a show on Arrow. Let me get rid of that. Maybe. Alright. So the address you saw that I copied there, I'm just going to paste it in here so that we can have it for later. Alright, because we're going to need it. The coin name, we are going to go with Conceal.Network. Officially, that's what they go by, Conceal, not Conceal. And the ticker is CCX. Algorithm is Cryptonite. Man, I can't type. I get all flustered whenever my machine crashes, so I hate it. I'm working on getting another one. I just haven't pulled the trigger on all the parts yet. I should have, because man, they had some good deals yesterday and the day before for Amazon, but I just didn't do it in time. So if we come over here, I believe that we had the pool cloud. That's the Explorer. Yeah, here's the pool. So as you can see, they maintain the same user interface, or the same theme, I guess you could say, for all their websites and everything. This is kind of cool. This is their pool.conceal.network, the official pool. So it's got a dashboard here. It shows you what's going on the network. Kind of neat. It actually has, looks like it's got an estimator here for mining profits. I didn't know about that. That's kind of neat. So we might have to check that out in a minute. And if we come to worker stats, if we were to look at, this is my actual real address here that I'm mining to. So you're kind of seeing that information here. If I put in our address, the one that we're going to use for this show, let's see here. Probably not going to have any data because we're not using it yet. Yeah, see, so it hasn't submitted a single share or anything like that yet. So it is just not there. But it will be once we do, once we set up to mine to this pool. Blocks shows you some information about that. Payments. Top 10 miners probably. Resources. If you're just starting out, obviously you'll just go to getting started, and that'll give you all the information for the pool. So we're going to leave this up. Actually, we're going to grab this right here. We need this address, IP address here. So we're going to throw that on the pool, or we're going to document that for the pool. And then we also need the port, which is, in our case, we'd probably use 5555. Maybe we'll start at 4444, mid-range. So we just put that on the end of that so that we have it. The wallet method is desktop. You saw me messing around with the wallet earlier. Alright, so let's head over to COINMARKETCAP. and look at Conceal, which we already did this earlier. I just didn't document it while we were there. So we're going to say it's 8 cents here, basically, almost 9. And I'm just documenting this just as reference, right? I mean, you don't have to have these values that are grayed out here, but pretty much everything else you want to have documented for mining. I used to do like a real quick little text file in a folder, you know, named whatever the coin was that I was mining, and it just kind of keeps things kind of organized. So this was just an evolution of that, is having the spreadsheet like this. So the market cap is 335,000, really low, super low, micro cap type stuff. The rank is 963. Hopefully one day we'll be able to look back at this and just laugh. You know, like maybe this coin will, you know, be top 20 at least at some point. So the volume, let's look at volume here. Put that in here. And what to mine's website. We already went there. I think yeah, we still had it up, but I'll just go to coins and go to CCX. And just document this just for quick reference, right? And then their Bitcoin talk thread, if we had done what I normally do, and that's just go straight to miningpoolstats.stream, and then if you look for CCX over there, I think I don't know where their official pool, looks like their official pool is second. Over here, oftentimes, depending on, you know, the coin and what information they provided, I think, you know, all their cool links will be over here. So whatever you look up here, you know, and you have listed here, you've done the search, most of the links to that will show up over here. So it's kind of handy to get to the Bitcoin talk thread. Long story short there. So this is their Bitcoin talk thread. I think they redid it because there's only 4 pages, so it's kind of odd. But it was December 17th of 2018. I don't know if that's the original date or what, but that's what we'll use. So I'm going to grab this, December 17th of 2018. And again, this is just good to have information. It's not really necessary. Website, we know it's Conceal.Network. Mining help website, they do have a Medium article. I'll post that in the description below, and I'll post it right here so I don't forget. Although this Medium article is a little old, but it can help you, you know, if you're stuck somewhere along the way. If you don't want to watch the whole video, you can go there and check it out and try to do it. But yeah, so for a miner and AMD, we would probably use, because it's Cryptonite, we would use XMR, XMRig, or XMR stack. Those would be the 2 top choices for me. We'll come back in here and put in the miner options. If you were going to do it on, I think actually, yeah, if you're going to do it on either one, you would use either one of those because they function on both. So either NVIDIA or AMD, but I think there's different versions. I think you'd have like XMRig -AMD, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've had to mess around with miners on Cryptonite. So this one would be like XMRig, NVIDIA, I think, if I remember right. XMR stack, I think it's just the same version on both. Not 100% sure, but we can kind of check that out. Alright, so I think we're going to use SimpleMining. Actually, you know what, let's use HiveOS first. Let me check my notes and make sure that we're on track here. I do want to talk about the mining specific information with regards to CCX. We already talked about it's proof of work. Cryptonite-Conceal is the algorithm. The block time is 120 seconds. They use 6 decimal places instead of 8. for the the different values or fractions of a CCX, I guess you could say. The transaction fees are 0.0001 CCX, and the max supply is 200 million CCX. They do have the one thing that, obviously I'm a big fan of what I call quad zip, coins where they're no pre-mine, no ICO, no airdrop, no founders fees and things like that. This one does have a pre-mine. It's 6% of the maximum supply, but the funds have been locked over a 5-year interval, and every quarter, so every 3 months, a batch of 400,000 CCX is released to cover operating expenses, exchange listings, marketing, and pay collaborators and things like that. So that little bit that I got came out of there probably as a bounty. And then the block reward, it's kind of cool the way they do the block reward. It actually starts off smaller and grows over time because they expect the network to get larger. So why would you pay a miner to secure the network or to run the network the same at the beginning whenever there's low transactions, low network hash rate and all that stuff, as compared to later on whenever it's huge, right? So it's kind of a cool idea to increase the block reward. It started at 5 CCX and it goes up to a maximum of 20, and what they do is they add 0.25 each month, and currently it is 8.25 CCX. So that's just a little bit more about the specific mining stuff with regards to CCX. Let me check the chat, see what's going on over there. What's up, Crypto Cruising? Rob, how's it going, man? All right, so let's go over to HiveOS. I already showed you guys what I was mining. I'm mining Arrow still, but we're going to do a new wallet just for this. I do have things already set up over here for CCX, but we are going to just go through the process and just do it from scratch. So let's go to add a wallet. The ticker is going to be CCX. It's already in HiveOS as well. The address, we're going to go and grab that from our documentation. See how cool it is to have this documented like that? It's real handy. And then we're going to paste it as plain text. We're going to kind of backspace over here, not backspace, but back arrow over here, and make sure that there's no spaces or anything crazy going on in there. We're going to give it a name of CCX YouTube. And I'm going to give it the date so that I can just quickly identify that I need to get rid of this wallet at a later date. And we're going to click create. So that just creates our wallet. And then if we go to flight sheets and we go to the coin is CCX. We already knew that. The wallet is going to be, see, I already had mine down here, but we're going to use the one that we just created. It's got a different address. We won't be mining to mine. And then for the pool, there are 2 pools in here, GPU mining and hero miners, where if in HiveOS, if you did select one of them, then a lot of the features will be, a lot of the configuration settings will be set up for you, right? So I'll show you an example here. I chose hero miners. The miner that they want you to use is XMR stack, setup miner config, and then some of the stuff is already in here, as you can see. But we don't have to worry about that because we are going to be using our own pool, which I'm surprised that the official pool isn't in here, but we're just going to choose configure and miner, and then we are going, yeah, let's use AMD. AMD is more suited for Cryptonite than NVIDIA, so we'll use the AMD rig, which that rig looks like this right here, hardware wise. So that's the rig that we're going to be using. It's a 10 GPU. It's got 10 GPUs right now. Actually 12 in there, but 2 of the 570s are off right now because it's just drawing too much power off of the one outlet. So I'm pushing it. My breaker's like ready to trip any second. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but all right. So let's go with Oh, and because because you're not choosing a miner that's already in here, already in HiveOS, then whenever you click on select miner, it's going to throw everything at you, right? And so you have to kind of know what miner you want to use. And if you go back to their website and click to menu over here and then go to mining, I believe it will talk about, it's got pools on here, but I thought, yeah, maybe not. I think you have to go to documentation maybe. So I'm going to go to docs. And then I think that takes you to the wiki. And then you go over here to mining. And there's some good information in here as well. So probably should put this on there as a helpful website as well, because it has mining guides and stuff like that on here. So kind of neat. I think that this might be the same. Yeah, that's probably the same link. So this one needs to be updated because it is kind of out of date. Looks like they've got a video in here how to mine. It's probably not my video, I don't think. No. So maybe they should link to my video. Or one of them, because good grief, this is like the fourth one I made, I think. Anyway, so it talks about the different miners in here. So it gives you a lot of options in here. So let's go ahead and throw that helpful documentation in here as well. I'll just paste it in here. Maybe I won't forget it. All right. So we are going to choose XM Rig. That's the one that I recommend for Cryptonite algorithms these days. XMR stack is still good. They're both good, but I'm a little bit, I lean towards XM Rig more often. Maybe if we do SimpleMining, we'll use XMR stack over there. So, alright, so cool. They give you a little notice up here if you don't have, because it's using 9.2, CUDA 9.2, so if you don't have the latest drivers, it won't work. Alright, so we might have to go back and forth here to try to figure this out. I think, trying to remember what all we have to do. I don't think we have to do much. I don't think there's very many different options in here. I'm going to try to use the variables, wallet, and worker name. That should be fine. The pool URL, we can't use the variable because we're not using one that's already in HiveOS. So we have to come over here and grab our URL here, which is not really an URL, it's just an IP address. We're going to throw that in there. It needs to be the port as well, I think. Yeah, so we're going to have to put the port was 4444. Password we will go with, I can't remember if this one allows you to see here. I don't know. We might be able to put our rig name in there. I don't know for sure, but we'll just leave it. We'll make it X for now. And then GPU threads. We don't have to worry about that too much anymore because I mean, you can do some things in there if you need to adjust individual GPUs, but for the most part, they've included all that dual threading and stuff in there, so it's pretty nice nowadays. You don't have to worry about that too much. And then what is important though, the config override needs to be set to Cryptonite-Conceal. So I think we have to do it. This is going to be a pretty good test because it's been quite some time since I did this. Let's see if that works. Alright, let's see here. This is XM Rig. Okay, so let's apply changes. We're going to give it a name, CCX, YouTube, sounds good to me. Create the flight sheet. Then we are going to head over to workers. We're going to choose the rig that we're messing with, which is this AMD rig right here. We're going to choose, let me turn my cams off. We're going to choose the rocket for flight sheets. If we click on the coin that we're trying to mine, then it'll help filter the document or filter this flight sheets here so that you don't get a long list. So we're going to choose the one that we just created, which is CCX YouTube. Do you want to apply it? Yes. So click apply. And now if we go into our rig, it should say config here. Yeah, config now. So it's doing some stuff. Redoing the mine, or actually launching the miner and setting it up. You can see that, let's see here, over here. It's not up and running yet. You can kind of see that on the monitor over there. Okay, so it looks like it's finished. Let me launch this. Kind of watch it fire up there. If it wasn't so blurry. All right, so something's not right. It says no valid algorithm specified. All right. So what I would do at this point, I mean, it's clearly something to do with the that one option that we had in there for what? Algo. So maybe it will only accept a dash. Let's try that. Oh, you guys couldn't see what I was doing, but all I did was I went in here and set up miner config, and I changed the underscore that was right there to a dash. That's all I did. And let's see if that works. And it didn't. All right, so we have a problem. Yay, we got a problem. Let's see if we can figure this out. Now, I have mined CCX before. I've got that other flight sheet. So what I can do, I can cheat at this point because I can just go to the other flight sheet. I know it works and just kind of check it out. If you didn't know, let's see, you didn't have it already. I mean, I wonder if it's just the way that we have this written in here. Let me think about this for a minute. What I want to do, let's go, I want to see what it thinks the config is. So we might be able to figure this out by coming over here to the rig, clicking on it, and then clicking on miner actions, and then miner config. And it's going to show us what miner config it's using so we can kind of see what the string is, hopefully what the string is. No, so it doesn't have the actual string, but it is using, it's like a config file instead of a miner option string. So apparently it doesn't like that at all. And I think that I went through this before and I figured it out, and I don't remember because that was a little while ago. I don't remember what we put in there, so I'm just going to cheat. I'm going to go to the other flight sheet and see if I can figure it out. Is this one right here? Oh, you know what? It's not going to be. It's going to be different because this is XMR stack. So I can't cheat because this is going to be different, a little bit different. than XM rig. Alright. We have an actual problem here. This is kind of cool. Alright. I'm just thinking a minute here. I mean, yeah, you know, obviously you could hop on their Discord and all that stuff and probably find out pretty quick. Let's see if this is interesting. I wonder if it wants a variable or a so it's got an algo. Just running, I'm just trying to think here. Just give me a second. Just trying to run through the options here. I mean, we could definitely use XMR stack. I might have got that backwards. Maybe I'm usually using XMR stack and not XM rig anymore. It's possible. I know on SimpleMining I'm using, let's find out, XMR stack, latest version. But I do want to figure this out. Alright, there's gotta be a solution here. I have a website for that too. Thought I had a link to it because I had this website. Oh, here we go. Cryptonite variants. There it is. All right. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. Some rig. I know they used to reference MSR, but I don't think that they need to do that anymore. Let me check the chat, see if anybody's yelling at me what we're supposed to do. No, y'all are no help. Let's see here. Interesting. I wonder if it just needs a variant. Or you know what? I'm trying to remember. It's possible. I need to go back to and look at those videos actually. I wonder if XMRig even supports Cryptonight-Conceal. I think that's what the problem was originally. So see, we could be literally banging our heads on the desk here and it doesn't even support it. There's a pretty good possibility, because I think I would be using XMRig if it did on Cryptonight-Conceal. So that's what I'm thinking is going on here. And now that I'm trying to remember because we ran into the same problem before, I believe. So I think that's probably what it is. All right, so let's just bypass XMRig, and we're going to go straight to XMR stack. And we're probably going to have a little bit better success here. So let's go to pool URL, grab that again. $44.44. Password X. Don't really need any config overrides, I don't think. Actually, yeah, we do. We need yeah, here's where I would probably just go ahead and cancel that. Go in here, choose one of these, just so that we can see what the options are, or what there should be. Yeah, config override would be the Cryptonight-Conceal. Copy that. Alright, we're going to get on track here. Alright, configure and miner, XMR stack, setup miner config. We're going to choose the wallet and worker name variable, pool URL, config override, it's got to be that. Pool URL. $44.44. Pass is X. What's up, Red Panda? And that should be good, I believe. So we're going to click apply there, click update here, and then cross our fingers. Still firing up because we did change the miner. So, oh, you're good, man. I had a catastrophic crash of my machine again, and it locked up, so we had to start a whole nother stream. I still haven't got my parts on order and stuff. I really should have ordered like a Ryzen 7 2700X 2 days ago, or whenever they were having the prime deals and all that. They had them for $200. I should have got that, but I didn't. I'm a slacker. Alright, so you can probably see over there that things are looking a lot better than they did just a minute ago. So if we go into workers and go to the worker, the rig, and then we can get in here remotely doing remote access. We'll go Hive shell start, just so that we can yeah, and that's what was kind of holding me up. I was like, man, you know, the 2700, I mean, it's still good, but it's, you know, 6 months old or 8 months old or whatever. And I was like, I really want, at least this time, I want to get the latest and greatest, you know. So we got Hive shell here, so we're going to go to, click the little square with the arrow in it. And we should be able to launch the miner. Nope, because it's running on the other screen, so it's going to, have to hit Control D, and then that'll get us to the console. And you can see that there are accepted shares, so we're looking pretty good there. Alright, so we've got accepted shares, so let's go out to, let's grab our address, and we're going to go to the pool, the super cool looking pool that they have here. All their stuff looks the same. All right, here it is. And then we're going to go to worker stats, put in the address, look up, and we should see some data here now. Yeah, see last share submitted, all that stuff, less than a minute ago. Shows our hash rate. Nothing's pending or anything yet, but that's okay. Do have data, so that's good. You can see the worker name down here. So that is looking good. If we go back over to our main console here, we can see we're mining CCX at 16.83. So if we go to, where was that calculator? Yeah, here it is. Oh, 16.8, right? 16.8. Is that right? K. Where'd it go? There it is. So I guess you have to hit enter. Okay, so it did it for me already. So it looks like we should earn about 55 CCX a day, which right now is worth about $4.83, $4.83. I said that really weird. $4.83. All right, so if you were to trade that 55 CCX in each day, that's how much you would get. So that's kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to let that rock for a minute. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that rig right back on. Oh, that, yeah, I don't want to mine to the YouTube wallet. So let me get that off of there. Back to Arrow. LOL miner sounds right. Alright, so got that rig set back up. Now let's head over to SimpleMining. And we can do the same thing over here. I already have, I mean, these rigs they've been on CCX for quite some time. But if you're on SimpleMining and you want to mine CCX, you can come over here and go to Group Config. Now obviously all this assumes that you already have a rig visible in SimpleMining, and the same thing applies to HiveOS, right? I mean, I'm not going through how to get those operating systems up and running. So you'll have to watch previous videos to see how to do that. But once you get the rig visible, this is where you can come in here, go to Group Config, add a group, and we've pretty much determined that we have to use XMR Stack at this point. So we come down to XMR Stack, latest version. It even says Conceal in there. So you know what we can do to kind of verify what I'm saying? If we go to XMRig, AMD, we might not see, yeah, we don't. I don't see Cryptonight-Conceal in there anywhere. So it doesn't mean that they don't support it, but I would venture to say that if they did support it, it would be in here. It would be listed as one of the supported algorithms. So I'm pretty confident that what we quickly discovered was like, wow, this seems like it should be working, but it's not. So, and it was telling us, I mean, you kind of have to read between the lines. It was saying, hey, listen, I don't understand this algorithm that you're throwing at me. You know, this specified algorithm is not right. And that's what the miner or the pool was feeding back to us, and the miner. So that's what kind of got me going right down the path of, okay, maybe we do need to go with XMR Stack. Because remember in the beginning I was saying I would normally lean towards XMRig anyway. So I kind of was shocked to see that I was actually using XMR Stack. So anyway, so there we go. So let's use XMR Stack. And the group name, we'll give it CCX, YouTube, pretty consistent there. And for miner options, this is where you have to put in all your normal config stuff for SimpleMining. So we will put in, the currency is going to be Cryptonight, I'm sorry, oops. Cryptonite_Conceal, I believe. And then the pool and the port, I'll zoom up on this in a moment so that you guys can see. So we're going to grab the pool again. Port is 4444. The U is user address. So we're going to go and grab that again. Have to expand this out a little bit. It's not even enough to get both of them on one line. But what I like to do is go backspace all the way to the beginning of, or the end of the address, just to make sure that there's the right number of spaces in there. Alright, and the rest of that looks pretty good. You could put in, if you don't have any NVIDIA GPUs, you could put in -- no NVIDIA, like that. I believe that's fine. I won't try to load any NVIDIA drivers or anything. And then we're going to click, or let me zoom up on this. So that looks pretty good to me. And then we're going to go add group. And then I've got 2 rigs already on XMR stack, or CCX. So we're still going to go over here and put them on the new group that we just created. I'll use the bottom rig because it does a little bit better with reboots and stuff. So I'm going to click, put a check mark next to it, and then choose actions, and then group config. Go and point to the group that we just created, which is CCX YouTube. And then I'll just do a reload because that miner is already in there and stuff, so I think it should be fine. You can see right here that it's reloading the miner. What's up, Shuby? Yeah, I know, more subs. I need them. I think I'm only 15 down, I believe. So it's asking to see the console. So if you click on the little eye there, you can see what's going on down here in the console. This rig is actually out in the garage right now, so that's why you see the temperatures are kind of up there on it. Just waiting. It takes a minute for XMR stack on SimpleMining. It takes quite a while for it to come up. Oh, is there not a, you're talking about the super chat? Don't worry about it, man. Oh, don't worry, Shuby. It's fine, man. I'm just having fun. Just doing crypto stuff. Yeah, this is going to take quite a while. Let me bring it up over here and see, make sure it's not hung up or anything. Might just have to keep an eye on it here. So while there's a little bit of downtime here, waiting on this, I would like to do a shout out. Now, obviously, I would do a shout out for Red Panda, but he doesn't need it. So I'm going to do a shout out to Crypto Nuffy. You guys have got to check out this rig that he like rebuilt. He's got a one GPU rig, and here it is right here. It's so cool, and I think he's got it set up to mine swap, which is awesome. So yeah, check out his channel. Very cool. Yeah, very cool stuff. I love this little box. You know, it's almost like one of those you know, standalone, or one of those miners that you can buy for a whole lot of money. You know, and just plug it up and let it rock. So this is super cool, really neat. He shows how to build the frame and everything. So he goes through the whole process. It's really cool. So be sure to, oh, he must have mentioned me over here. That's funny. So be sure to, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. I was actually doing this just because I wanted to. Yeah, check out his channel. He's got a few videos. He's doing quality stuff over there. It's really neat. So check him out as well. Yeah, put that link over there in the chat here. Actually, that's the video. I'm gonna get to his actual. Yeah, that's that one video that I put the link to there. There's his channel. Yeah, cool stuff over there. All right, let's go check on SimpleMining. Yeah, see, it takes so long that it actually stops communicating with SimpleMining, and actually it thinks that it's no longer, you know, online or whatever. So here in a few minutes, normally probably a couple more minutes here, it'll come back up. I think. I'm hoping anyway. This is like real-time stuff here, so you know, we're doing it real time, so we have to just kind of deal with the delay here. You know, if this was like a edited video, I would just cut, and then you would, as the viewer, you would not have any idea how long that actually took. So I'm just going to let this thing rock. Yeah, wow, see, it's even showing as, hey, I'm no longer online. But don't get, this is probably, I would imagine that a lot of people at this point are like,